from Icubao, Representative Kelly from Manila. We have from Akbayan Rep, Representative Walden Bello. And we also have Diwa Party List Representative Emily Rupay. And we have Mary Lumari. We're going to do video on to give us some pointers to some orientation of our mission. And of course, we're still waiting for Representative Akbayan who's already around the area. Just looking for a fighting area. And all the questions, we try to answer all the questions that you have regarding this peace and sovereignty mission to the West Philippine Sea. Everything our representative discussed already this afternoon. So I would like to give first the microphone to Representative Walden Bello of Akbayan. Some of the stories and explanations about this peace and sovereignty mission to the West Philippine Sea.
Good afternoon, and I am very glad to be joined here by Congressman Bagilat and Congresswoman Lipay, and Congresswoman Batao will be coming in a second. My dear members of the media, that we in the House of Representatives are very apprehensive about developments in the West Philippine Sea. Recent news about incursions by naval and aircraft belonging to the People's Republic of China into Philippine territorial or maritime waters, including harassment of a research vessel commissioned by the Department of Energy doing exploration work off Reed Bank, are a cause for great concern. We are glad that the President and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs have responded firmly to these provocations. Before the end of the last session of Congress, Congresswoman Batao and I filed House Bill 1350, which proposed renaming the South China Sea the West Philippine Sea in order to disabuse people of any legal or subliminal notion that this body of water belongs to the People's Republic of China. We are glad that the executive accepted our recommendation and renamed that body of water accordingly. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea established the principle that countries have ownership of seabed resources that lie within their continental shelf. For instance, that the mineral resources below Recto Bank or Reed Bank belong to the Philippines. UNCLOS also provides coastal states with 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zones where they have the right to control fishing and related activities. Where the exclusive economic zones overlap, or there are disputed areas and multiple claimants are involved, multilateral negotiations are the only solution. This is a very reasonable position. Yet China refuses to accept this solution and instead tries to resolve matters unilaterally by making incursions into 200 nautical mile EEZs of other countries, or building structures in those areas, as in some parts of the Spratly Islands that are in the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. For instance, Panganiban Reef or Mischief Reef, which China occupied over Philippine objections, is well within the 200-mile exclusive economic zone of the Philippines and over 1,000 miles from the Chinese coast. Even more disturbing, China has formally staked a claim to the whole sea, right down to a short distance away from the 24 nautical mile contiguous zone and 12 nautical mile territorial limits of other countries in the area, completely disregarding the others' EEZs and continental shelf rights, and the fact that the waters and islands China is claiming are several hundred or even 1,000 or more nautical miles beyond its territorial borders. Lately, Chinese markers and construction activity have been reported around Recto Bank, formerly Reed Bank, which indisputably belongs to the Palawan continental shelf and is said to be rich in oil. It is with these concerns in mind that Akbayan has organized a Peace and Sovereignty Mission to the Kalayaan Islands, otherwise known as the Spratlys, on Wednesday, July 20, and invited other members of Congress to come along. The contingent will be made up of Representatives Emily Nagipay, Teddy Bagila, Ben Evardone, Takabatao, and myself. Specifically, the mission aims, 1, to support the Philippine government's rightful claims to the country's 200-mile economic zone, exclusive economic zone, and the islands in the Spratly archipelago that lie in that zone. 2, to underline the fact that Recto Bank, formerly Reed Bank, is indisputably Philippine territory owing to its being part of the Palawan continental shelf. 3, to underline the fact that no one country owns the West Philippine Sea, formerly known as the South China Sea. 4, to assert the stand of the Philippines and its ASEAN neighbors that disputes over maritime boundaries must be settled in a peaceful fashion and via multilateral diplomacy. 5, to provide moral support to our soldiers stationed in the Spratlys and to the Filipino citizens living there. 6, to gather data to support legislative action to build up our civilian, naval, and maritime defense capabilities in the area. And 7, to investigate the possibilities for the expansion of sustainable economic activities that will complement our strategic needs in the area. We have invited members of the media to come with us on this trip, and we thank General Juancho Saban, Chief of the Western Command, for his support of the mission. In this connection, we would also express our commendation for the firm statements that have been made by General Saban around the defense of Philippine sovereignty. We hope the mission will contribute to bringing to reality the zone of peace, freedom, friendship, and cooperation for the West Philippine Sea that has been proposed by the President and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. And let me then give an opportunity to other members of the mission, Congresswoman Nagipay, and Congressman Bakita, and Congressman Bagao, to make their brief statements on the mission. Unfortunately, Congressman Evardone is just coming in from the province from Samar and will be late for this event. So, let me pass this on to Congressman.